Alright, let's complain today about Jon Jones, who is mostly considered to be the greatest UFC fighter of all time, for those who don't remove his status because of failed drug tests. But he is also the most controversial figure in the UFC, outside of War Machine of course. Jon is facing a criminal complaint accusing him of getting into an accident with a half-clothed, intoxicated woman in the passenger seat, and leaving the scene. To some of you, that may seem familiar. If any of this is true, it just proves this man cannot get out of his own way. It's disappointing to see such a talented person continue to find their way into trouble. Jon Jones was one of the first guys I watched when getting into MMA. It's sad. He's my second favorite fighter ever. Some may not know some of his criminal history prior to this, so I'll get into it.
In lapel camera video of the crash that stripped Jon Bones Jones of his title.
I was going on the green light, going that way, and he was running the red light. I remember seeing him, and he kept going. He just hit me on my driver's side.
The fighter allegedly ran a red light while driving a rented Buick SUV last month at Wantagh. Southern police say the accident ignited a three-car collision. The woman you just saw was the pregnant victim. Vanessa Sonnenberg, she suffered a broken arm. Witnesses told police they saw Jones flee the scene, but after going back to the vehicle to grab a handful of cash. Police opened up his car. This is what they found.
Yeah, there's cash in here. And they said,
marijuana right here.
Now, Jones turned himself in one day later. He's now facing a felony charge for hit and run.
On April 27, 2015, Jon was involved in a hit and run that injured a pregnant woman, hospitalizing her. Jon was driving a rental car when he hit another car, breaking the arm of the pregnant woman inside. He ended up leaving the scene before the authorities arrived. He was identified by many witnesses, including one off-duty officer. One witness said that Jon Jones quickly came back to grab a large handful of cash from the car. Officers found a pipe with grass in the SUV as well as MMA and rental car documents in Jones' name. He was stripped of his light heavyweight title for these reasons. As a kid, this was a crazy moment. I never expected anything like this. With his actions alone here made him an unredeemable figure in many's eyes. But of course, over time, people forgave him. His boos turned into cheers. Mostly because if you're doing something someone likes, like fighting, singing, it can be something like playing games, whatever, they'll make an excuse for you. If the actions before didn't make you feel a way, maybe this one will. Jon Jones was arrested for domestic violence after a UFC Hall of Fame ceremony. At 5:45 a.m., he was arrested on 2 charges of misdemeanor battery, domestic violence, and felony injury and tampering with a vehicle. His fiancée was left bloodied after an altercation in front of their 3 children. The domestic incident took place inside a room at Caesars Palace Hotel and Casino. The altercation occurred after Jones came back agitated from a night out with friends while she was sleeping. When his fiancée tried to leave the room, Jones pulled her hair. She denied Jones struck her though. Caesars police security guard stated that Moses came to the desk and asked for a key to her room. The security guard observed blood on her. She cried when asked if she was okay. His fiancée explained she did not feel safe going back to the room and she was taken with her children to a security office. Once there, Jones' youngest child asked security, "Can you call the police?" When asked again if Jones had gotten physical with her, she responded with, not too physical, but a little bit, yeah. According to the report, the police observed blood all over her clothing and a bump with dried blood on the lower part of her lip. When asked about her bloody lip, she stated that her lips got dry. The police could see she was scared to even talk about Jon Jones. When police entered the hotel with Moses, his fiancée, to observe where the altercation took place, they found blood on the bed sheets and shoes thrown around. At the time, she seemed very scared of Jon being released from jail. She asked the officer how long she had before Jon would be released from jail. This is the arrest video.
The Hall of Fame tonight, and then you're gonna put me on this by walking down the street.
Amazing.
You can stand up, man.
Amazing. You want me to take on something?
If you don't want to get hurt, I'll rather drink it. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Immediately, my Hall of Fame. You f***ing nerd. I hate you. hate you. I hate you. I hate you. You nerd. I hate you so much. Thank you. My whole fight name. What's your name? Put it on camera. Like you, Josh. You nerd. Don't touch me. Please don't hurt me. I'm a prison officers. I hate you. I hate you.
You would probably like to hear this is where the Jon Jones love stopped. No way people still care and love him after that. Sadly for you, if you believe that, after a while his domestic abuse became a joke. If you're really successful at something, who cares, right? Now we're back in 2025. Jon Jones has announced his retirement after stalling his fight with Tom.
If Jon Jones doesn't fight this guy, Jon Jones quit. If Jon Jones does not fight Tom Aspinall, he quit. Because he will walk away from something that has defined his entire adult life. When Jon Jones was a junior college national champion and he couldn't go to Division I wrestling and he chose to fight, this is what saved him. When Jon Jones had multiple run-ins with the law outside of fighting, he came back to fighting and it saved him. It allowed for him to build a great life. And honestly, I'm not mad that this young man has a life with his family and they got money and they got all these great things. It does not change the fact that by not stepping in that octagon, he quit.
A fight that was never going to happen in my opinion. Just like the Ngannou fight, he didn't want to take the risk. There was a high chance he was going to get knocked out and he was out of his prime. Anyway, not only did we get a retirement announcement, but a criminal complaint announcement as well. This criminal complaint was signed 4 months after, which is pretty strange, but hey man. The complaint noted authorities responded to a crash where an intoxicated woman who wasn't wearing clothes below the waist was found in the front passenger seat of a vehicle. She claimed Jones was driving the vehicle. The woman told that she consumed alcohol and mushrooms while with Jones at his home, and she recalled needing a change of clothes. The next thing she remembered was being at the scene of the vehicle crash. A man believed to be Jones was allegedly spoken to by a police service aide when the woman called him from the scene. The man on the phone didn't respond to questions about his identity. During the conversation, the complaint alleges that the man believed to be Jones appeared to be heavily intoxicated and made statements implying his capacity to employ lethal force through third parties. John was interviewed in person after the crash and he allegedly confirmed the woman left his house intoxicated and called him after the crash. That's all we know for now. Such an incredible career, stained for actions outside of the octagon. I hope he straightens himself out eventually. All of his problems seem to point to drinking or just substance abuse in general. I would hate to see him become a BJ Penn, where we'll see him fight a random person or get arrested randomly every few years. Same with Conor, but if someone is fighting for a living, what do we expect? Anyway, thank you for watching, and thank you Jon Jones for the content.